Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Me Anything about getting ready to arrive at UofT. If you are an incoming student and you're sorting out your study permit or figuring out where you'll live in September, this Instagram Live is for you. My name is Yue, and I use she, her pronouns. I work at Housing Services.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Bruno. I work with the CIE department advising students with immigration. I use he and him pronouns.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Souza. I use she, her pronouns, and I work at the Center for International Experience on the International Student Experience team.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So for the next 10 minutes, we're going to be talking about immigration and housing. So please make sure you drop in your questions in the chat. We have some of our colleagues are checking the questions, and we're going to get back to you very soon. So I'm going to start with, we prepared three of the most common questions we get from international students about visa. So the first question is, I'm worried about getting my study permit. What should I do? So don't worry. We have a big team of advisors, immigration advisors, that we can help you with any questions that you have. We have a very detailed guide on our website on any of the permits that you need to apply, including study permits and work permits after you arrived in Canada. We also have videos on our website where you can check every step. And again, if you still have questions, you can always book an appointment with me or one of my colleagues through Folio. And make sure you do that, especially if you need questions answered after you became a student. We also have, we run monthly or weekly questions and answers seminars. It's about an hour of duration, and one advisor will be taking in questions and answer them on the spot. So the second question, which is a very unfortunate one that comes in, is I had my study permit refused. What should I do? Who should I get help? So it happens. So we want to make sure whenever a student gets a study permit refused, that you come back to us so we can review your documents and make sure everything is ready for you to make a very strong application for your second study permit. And again, there's a provincial attestation letter that the government of Canada introduced, and you will need a second provincial attestation letter so we can provide you with that letter after you meet with us. And the last question that we have is about, I already applied for my study permit, but I'm nervous, I'm not going to get it in time. So that happens. Immigration Canada, it's very, very busy with many applications coming through the day. So you got to make sure if you're nervous, you book an appointment with us so we can take a look at the resources that are available for you. And again, some applications may be very delayed, so you can check on the website processing times for study permits as well. But again, we are here to help, so you don't need to be worried. We're going to make sure you are guided to start in September, or if it's the case, we're going to guide on how to defer your classes for next semester. Thank you, and I'm going to pass to Hannah about UHIP.
Thanks, Bruno. So in addition to support with immigration matters and study permits, we also get questions about international students' university health insurance plan, or UHIP. So more like, how do you enroll in it? What does an international student need to do? And I just want to share that your UHIP coverage is going to be tied to your registration status at UofT. It's really important that you check your UofT email in September because you'll get instructions about activating your UHIP card. Coverage activation is automatic, although not immediate, so that's something to know. You become registered in UHIP by paying your fees before mid-August, and this will ensure that you have your UHIP kind of all ready to go by the time you start in September. Coverage officially begins September 1st, and if you're curious to know kind of how does UHIP work, what does it cover, I definitely recommend you attending a UHIP 101 session or sign up for one of the health services overviews to learn more about it, as well as other health services at UofT. In addition to UHIP, we do offer other supports to new international students during the summer months. We have a wide variety of online pre-arrival programming that take place through July and August. Our Toronto Tip sessions offer a chance to learn more about the city that you are coming to. We talk about navigating the transit system. We talk about kind of the best places to eat and shop according to your peers, and other just kind of useful information about the city of Toronto. We have 2 student panel events where you can hear directly from your upper year international peers about their first year experiences, and of course ask questions of your own. We always find it useful to hear directly from international students. And our International Student Essential Series provides additional opportunities to learn more about the resources and supports available for you. This includes a session on your social insurance number, which is something you'll need to have as an international student if you're wanting to work in Canada. You can learn more about all of these pre-arrival sessions and what else we are doing either on our International Experience website or through the Student Life Prep Guide. And you are also welcome to reach out. If you have any general questions, you can email us, call us. Our team of International Student Experience Ambassadors are happy to assist. They are international students themselves and have been where you are, have experiencing the same experiences you are having, and can help you answer those questions. And then once you arrive in Toronto, we have a number of in-person orientation opportunities, both for international undergrad and international graduate students. And we do also invite everyone to our CIE open house on Friday, September 18th, and everyone on the St. George campus is welcome. And I'm going to pass it over to my colleague to talk about housing.
Thank you so much, Hannah. So I know many of you may be relocating from outside of the city or outside of the province or even out of the country to move to Toronto. So a question that we usually get is, when should I start looking for housing? When is a good time to begin my search in the rental market? So in general, we recommend that you start your search 44 to 60 days before the date you want to move in. The reason for this is that in Ontario, tenants owe their landlords at least 60 days written notice before moving out. So a lot of landlords only find out their unit will be available 2 months before. It is pretty uncommon for a landlord to start advertise much more than that. Most leases start on the beginning of the first of the month. So if you're thinking about moving in on September 1st, you can expect to see most rentals appear in early July, with many still being posted online throughout July and August. It's good to know that this does not apply to a specific rental housing type, which is independent student residence buildings. So these buildings are not owned or operated by UofT, but they only rent to post-secondary students. They may begin their leasing process for September a few months in advance. Another question that we get is from students, what do you recommend for new students who have never rented before? So first of all, if residence guarantee does not apply to you, and if you're interested in living in residence, you can submit a general residence application through the UofT residence portal. After applying, you can contact residences directly to ask about your chances of receiving an offer. Another option that you might consider is off-campus independent student housing. So while these buildings are not owned or operated by the university, they rent exclusively to students, and they often provide a residence-like experience, including student-focused programming and community events. So this option is great for students with no prior rental history in Toronto, and it can be a great stepping stone into the Toronto's rental market, as they often take international guarantors. You can also use our official UofT off-campus housing finder, where individual landlords and property management companies post available rentals. Because these listings are geared towards students, landlords may be more flexible if you don't have Canadian rental history. Our team does review every listing before it gets posted on the site to help ensure it meets the Ontario's tenants' rights requirements. However, you should always take steps to verify that a listing is legitimate before sharing any personal information or handing over any funds. At Housing Services, we offer workshops and resources to help you navigate the rental housing search process. So from July to August, our housing prep workshop series will help you build the knowledge and skills needed to find housing in Toronto. You will participate in 3 sessions with the same group of students, which can be a great opportunity to meet potential friends or even roommates. So if you're an incoming undergraduate student, you can visit the Student Life Prep Guide to sign up for our workshops and events. So before I continue, I want to pass it back to see whether there are any questions that come up during our live that we can answer.
Yes, so some of the questions that we received were, we had a question about international students, and it was received saying, are Pearson scholars guaranteed continuous housing during summer or winter breaks?
That's a great question. So, if you are an incoming Pearson Scholar, I would highly recommend that you connect with your Pearson Scholar advisor. They are a fabulous resource of information. So, if you are thinking about wanting to stay over the winter or summer breaks, they would be the correct individuals to direct your question to, and they'll be able to provide you with all that information.
Wonderful. And we also got a couple of housing questions from Juliana asking about individual refrigerators, microwaves being available to rent, or can we ship things before our move-in day and pick them up before we arrive for move-in? Do we have any information about that?
Thanks for your question, Juliana. I would recommend that you reach out to your residents regarding any move-in details.
Wonderful. Thank you for those questions. So before we go, just a reminder to check out the Start with Student Life website. It's a great hub for all the ways you can get involved and find community before you arrive at U of T St. George. And just a big thank you again for joining us, and we can't wait to see you in person at U of T.